Hello, hello, this is Angela with Dogwood Paper Arts, and we're working on our little folio that we started on just the other day, yesterday. Of course, I missed a day because I had to go to the dentist yesterday instead of filming, so now I'm filming on Thursday, and so I'm going to try to get this filmed and posted. Anyway, excuse me, I pulled this piece of paper out of this old world stack. God, it's a DCWV. Die cuts with the view, design, something like that. Anyway, that's where it came from. And I thought that color would be a good one to kind of match the peaches in here and not be too light and not too dark. So I think what I want to do is I just want it to have a little area around, all the way around. And that's going to frame this. Then we'll see if it fits. If it doesn't fit, we'll go somewhere else with our ideas. How's that sound? So I'm going to trim it right there. And right about there. And we'll see. So we'll need a trimmer. Have you seen my trimmer? Here it is. Thank you for getting it for me. I'm going to start it clear up there. It seems to cut better going from that way to this way. There's one. One cut. Two cut. Aha. All right. Where's that little fancy thing? Now, this is kind of supposed to look like a stack of papers here, so I hope that's okay. Yes, that will fit on there just nicely and give it a picture, of course. We want a picture somewhere. We need something to look at, not just paper. And we'll gently go around these edges, give them a little bit of the Cinnamon Tan number 3 by scrapbook.com. I do love their ink. I do. So there's that one. Now let's go around this one. Shouldn't have closed that up so soon, huh? Trying to be gentle so I don't tear up my... Well, it's already tearing up anyway. Doesn't matter. That's why they make new pads, so you can keep changing them. Gotta get rid of my pencil lines. There we go. Thank you for not minding me switching gears out of holidays and back into spring. Sometimes you just gotta put a spring in your step, right? Alright, so we're going to apply that there. Let me bring this over, and we'll put some of this on the back. Scotch permanent glue stick, and this is the 1.41 ounce glue stick. I like these bigger ones. They seem to last a little bit longer. Mine actually last a long time. I don't use them a whole lot, but I am finding using them with the art glitter glue, which is next on the list. I know you can't hardly see that, but because it's got all crunched up with my hands. But I do find that using them together actually works pretty good when your glue works, of course. When the glue does not work, nothing works. Just stab that, shake it. It still doesn't want to work. There we go. Yay. Anyway, I just find it actually works pretty good. You don't get a whole lot of wrinkling, but I mean, you still get some, but it's not too bad. I'll bring that over. I want to try and get that as centered as I can. If it's way off, we'll trim it. There, I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. Okay, let's bring this back. And we're just going to apply that right here. Oh, I did want to tell you though, I did have to trim this off, and I just trimmed it off right at that curve area. And then I cut it again with the scallop to give it that shape. It was because the glue came up a little bit too high. I would have preferred that this be down here, but it didn't work. I didn't have enough space. Not enough space. Okay. So right about there, do you think? Yeah, I think that actually works pretty good. I like it. I always have this fear I'm going to look at and it's going to be upside down. Ooh, I'm glad it wasn't. Oh boy, that would have been something. Okay, so now I really like that solid sanded look of that paper back there. So we might have to use some of that over here to make a design over there. But let's look in here. So right here I have put a belly band in, and it is similar to this pocket in that I just folded it over, glued the end shut, put a little piece of paper in here, and now we have a nice little place for a bookmark or something. Plus we can put something underneath. So that works out wonderful. Now we have our pocket down here and our pocket over here. We have a decoration here. And let's see, that's going to be the front. We know that. And we'll probably cut a piece of this because we still have this design on the back. But I'm probably going to cut a piece of this, and then we'll put something up here that can go on that. Or maybe we could just put one of the ladies up here. I do have some ladies. You've seen me use these before. Let's see. Well, I do love the flowers. I'm looking for one with some pink flowers in her hair, like her. So that, something like that might be a good thing on there. I love that, but she's facing the wrong way. She's facing the wrong way. She'd been good. She's got the right colors. So there's that idea. Maybe just a flower or something. Don't know. We'll have to look here in just a minute. So far so good. I mean, this has been quite simple and easy. We'll need to put some paper in here pretty soon. I kind of wanted to put like a little door back here. A door. A door of some kind. Adorable. It could be a door and a drawer. Can't pull it out, but at least it looks like one. Oh, let's see. That's not it. Oh, but that's the perfect size, isn't it? It really is. So, if I looked at this, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, our center would be oops, my lid just fell out of that one. Our center would be right about here on the 9. Right there. That's just a little mark for myself. I don't want to use that butterfly. We do have that. That would totally take it another direction. That's good. Already using that one. That one's a little bit different than the other one. Here's butterflies. They would make a nice door. So would this one. Let's go clear to the back. Butterflies are pretty good. But it's not quite what I'm looking for. Let's look in here. This is an Edith Holden. That would work. That's kind of a pretty one. You can see that I have chopped through this book. Oh, that's a nice one. I like this one because it has the pink flowers, the pink roses on it. And I like it because it has a design back here as well. Just bear with me a moment, please. Okay. So if I took that from there to there and cut it, right? We don't really want to cut them off. Even though I want to match them up. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it, guys. Maybe it would just make a great pocket back here. Right back here. I think it's too yellow. It's too yellow. They call me Mellow. Maybe that's what we'll do back here, is put a pocket with a closure. Or not a closure. If I cut it off right here, just practicing something. Don't know if this is going to work. Could use the same paper. Maybe that would be, you know, I could use this same paper. Maybe that's what's kind of stalling me, is that I'm using something different. And maybe I feel like I need to use this. Go for it, Ange. Go. Go, go, go. I went. I did it. I conquered it. Okay. Now, I'm going to give this a little score on one end. Don't look. No, you can watch. Maybe not. I can't. I don't have my fat scoring tool. I'm using the dangerous one that I always cut paper with. Okay, so there is a little 1/2 inch score. And that will go over here along that edge. And I'm going to bring it up just a little bit because we're going to put lace on the back here, on this little spine, or something. We're going to put something there. Okay, so we're going to make another 1/2 inch score right there. Oh, on that pencil one, please. Well, it won't be a 1/2 inch right there, but okay, so I'm going to fold that, and then we'll trim that off. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just going to be hidden under here. We're even going to clip these little corners at the top. Looks so much neater on that side though, doesn't it? There we go. Okay. I think I'll turn it this way because I don't know, it looks better that way. Make sure it's fitting side to side. That's the most important part right now. And if it doesn't quite fit, then just center it on here, but bring it up just a little bit here away from this edge. I put the score lines in it to allow it to hold a little extra material in it. So that was why I made the fold lines here and gave it a little gusset so that I didn't need to put ink on that end since I'm... But anyway, put the gussets in so it would allow just a little more space in there to hold something. Hope I glue it the right way. Okay, just bringing it up a little bit, about, oh, I don't know, maybe 1/8 of an inch here, 1/16 of an inch. Now, where's that other piece I had? This one. Is it this one? I don't know. We could really throw in some color here, couldn't we? By adding something like this. Just to kind of offset that a little bit. I knew I had an extra piece somewhere or something. I'm not sure I like that. Let me look at the more solid. Think with me. That doesn't look too bad. I kind of like that. because it gives somewhere for the butterflies to go. To the flowers, they say. Go to the flowers. Okay. Now, do we bring it down like we did the one on the inside and place a butterfly over here for it to tuck into? I think we do. So, I'm going to trim it right about there and then score it. Trim and score, trim and score. A little bit like yoga, isn't it? Good thing we know how to exercise our hands and our mouths on these videos, because it allows us to get in our 10,000 words a day. Some would say we need to get in steps, but hey, sometimes we need to get in our words too. Words are important. Minding our P's and Q's with words, yes. Okay. And then I'm really working hard at lining that up. Looking for that perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just like to tell ourselves it is, because then it is just fine. Got some nice scraps going over there. Yes, I happen to like this. Ooh, I happen to have cut it way too small. But that's okay, we're going to use it because I don't know why. Why are we using it if I cut it too small? Look at that, it fits up there. Doesn't fit there. I'll come back for you, my friend. Okay, I'm going to face it towards me this time. Okay. One time I put this on my left side on the floor, up against the cabinet. Then I put it on my right side against the cabinet, against the cart. And I can never find it, you know, because I'm not sure where I set it. Okay, if it's too big this time, it's staying. Well, it's not going to stay that big. Okay, so we're going to take this, and I'm going to give it a little score here. Now, I'm covering up my inside paper, aren't I? No, it's inside paper now. Half inch. There we go. Clipping the little corner, like so, and like so. Okay, so that will get applied there in just a moment. And then this. What happens if I fold it all the way in, like so? Oh, you know I'm going to make something out of it. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to fold this over just so it's coming up to that line, but not crossing over it. I'm going to leave it, about 1/8 of an inch away from the fold line. Okay. Squish it down. You can tell it's a little bit crooked. It'll be all right because it doesn't matter. It's perfect to me. Okay, so now we have this. We need to put a little bit of washi tape on here. And the reason for that is to cover up our fancy white paper. Now we could cover it up with something like this so that it still matches good. But I think washi tape would leave it more flexible. So let me grab some. Boy, who organized this stuff? Stuff's in the way. This'll work. We'll throw a little gold inside there. There's gold in them there hills. If we can find a beginning. Oh, we can. Boy, that is not sticky at all. Not whatsoever. Oh, this is where I get my hands so gluey. Okay, I can stand it. We'll hurry. Okay, right up to the edge. There. Okay, trimming that down. There, not bad. Okay, now let's ink this edge up here. And this. And then let's go on this side. I'm not being as careful now because I'm trying to hurry a little more. Don't hurry, Ange. Don't hurry. Don't hurry. It'll be okay. There. It's okay. We can hurry if we wanna. If we want to. Okay. Now, because I'm going to put a little notch here, I'm going to put a bigger notch there. because I don't always like that little one. Sometimes I think I like a big thumb notch just because it seems a little better. And then on the inside there, I think we'll put this color. So we'll cut this right about maybe right there. Where did I cut it at? Right there. Doesn't need to be too deep. It's just to back this right here. That's all. Okay, so you can see I need to cut it off just a little bit further. Had I have put this down first before I did the washi tape, we wouldn't have to worry about it. Not saving that tiny piece. And a little bit of ink up here. Just a bit on the side, just in case you can see it a little bit. Make sure it's really dry on the inside here, because boy, what if it stuck together right there and then you had this whole thing that could be something and now it has to be nothing because it's all covered up. That would be a bummer. I can see where my mistake is now on my fold, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about that, I said. Meant what I said what I meant. We're going to let that dry before we put anything in that little pocket. Okay, and now we're going to apply this right here along that edge. I think I better ink that just a little bit. I can see a nice white edge right there. There we go. That'll be better. Okay, so now we have this cute little pocket right here. I can show a little bit that we can put a nice size tag in there. And then we have this little pocket that opens nicely. Maybe. I better give it a little bit of work out. And I better give it just a little glue right here. I'm going to hold that for a second. So what are you doing today? I'm going to hold that one too. I can see it's coming up. Okay. So then on this one, to hold it down, I bought some bigger butterflies, I think, or flowers or something. Let me look. Oh, he's a blue hummingbird. Thought he might work because he's nice and big. Ooh, look at that. That would make a nice, whatchamacallit there. Anyway, I have those. I have these flowers. Now we could find two flowers similar and put them here and there. And then it would tuck here and tuck there. That would work. Or we could use one giant flower. There's a really nice batch of flowers in here. We do have a butterfly, roses. The nice thing about the butterfly, well, let's just look. We don't know till we look. Let's just have a peek. The nice thing about the butterfly it's really got to make a stretch there to do it. Would have to go this way, and I don't really like that. Okay, so that's out. Here's the roses. The roses can go this way. And we could probably get enough give on there and not make it too deep that would work. Let's check these out. That one really matches, doesn't it? We'd have to cut part of that off, because you really wouldn't want much more than that to hold that down. Nope. Nope. Oh, white might work. Oh, look at this one. See, that holds down too much. If we went that much, we'd have to cut that off right there, which is okay because you still have that portion of the flower showing. And then, of course, you have to kind of lift that up to get that back under. So there's that one. Ooh, look at this. Maybe you just hold this one down with this piece and kind of sticks right in there. Nope, don't think I like that. That would work. That would work actually very good. What I like about this one is if I just use one of them, it'll stay somewhat flexible. And if it doesn't feel like it's going to hold, I can attach another one to it that looks just like it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to trim these off right here. Well, maybe I don't need to. Yeah, maybe if I go that way. That way they're still on there. Okay. Okay, so don't go past there or there with glue. I only want it to hold a little bit, so we're going to take just a little bit more, probably right about there, and we'll put glue on the back. Okay, going like this. Yes. Okay. So right about here. On the other one, I doubled up the butterfly to really make it sturdy, and it's almost too sturdy. Okay, I'm going to back this off a little bit, but not too far. We'll just make something to hold it down. And it's okay if we put a little lace over this, if it covers it a little bit. But it just creates a nice little closure right here that we don't have to put any string on or anything like that. So I like that. Okay, now I'm going to pull that out of there and let it dry. Okay, so now we've got this little pocket right here. We've got a pocket here. We have a beautiful little design right here. We have a pocket here. Belly band with the pocket. And a pocket and a pocket. Okay, so tomorrow we'll sew in the signature. And make sure that our flower fits with our page, and we'll make a couple of journal cards to go in these, and maybe we'll have time to do this edge, and then we'll think about the front. I don't know if we'll get it all done tomorrow, but we're going to cut it really close to getting it done. Okay. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're enjoying this cute little project. It is actually a fairly quick project, and I do love that, you know, you can create so many pockets and stuff in these little folios, and you just end up with so many really nice areas to play with. And I love that. So there we go. You can see we can get a pretty good sized paper in there. Not a full one, but close. Look at that, it's really close. So, okay. Well, thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the very next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.